up? Guess we can go ahead and start this one up. This is actually a re-episode. So what's going on is episode 4, I had Cesar, aka De La Photo, on, and due to me not knowing what the fuck I was doing yet, I did not record the interview. So I lost it, and since I had an empty day, I figured I would reschedule it and throw them back in. So we're going to do episode 4, kind of 12, but kind of 4 at the same time. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me get my boy on. Oh, that ain't working. There. So what is
Hola, hola.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Just, living that quarantine life, hard body,
Yeah, man. Well, shit, I do want to thank you for coming back again so soon, man. I mean, it's only like episode 12, and you're already back again, but that's because of my dumb ass.
I'm just chilling anyway, so, just chilling, working from home.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. Let's go back through it then real quick for the folks who didn't actually get to see your whole interview the last time. I do apologize for that. But, I know what I'm doing now, so we good.
Maybe we'll get a couple more people to check it out,
Yeah, man. Well, shit, like you said, it's quarantine life. So, how has this been for you?
Just my 9 to 5, working from home. My photography stuff has slowed down a lot because obviously, like I had a couple weddings, but they've been postponed. So yeah, just keeping it chill. It gives me time to catch up on other stuff, so.
Yeah, that's true, man. So, yeah, you said so you working from home, getting to spend more time with the family. That's obviously good, right?
No, that's always real good, like just, Leia turned 1 a couple weeks ago, and she's just walking, running around, running amok. So it's good.
She's walking. Oh,
Yeah.
Man. It goes down from here on out.
It is a little tough, but she for a 1-year-old, I feel she listens pretty good. She hears that dad voice and like pauses for a second and looks around.
Bass.
Yeah.
It's that bass. So she'll be like, hold on.
Yeah,
who got the bass like my daddy in here? Oh, it's my daddy.
Exactly.
Okay.
You got to say it from the chest,
Oh, man. So, shit, man. So, shooting wise, man, how long have you been into photography?
I've been doing photos. Like I got my first like Canon. I think we talked about it. I think it was like 2008 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then and I just started shooting for fun, like riding BMX. It kind of got me into like shooting photos,
Mm-hmm.
And then the more I looked into photography, the more I started liking street photography a lot. So but yeah,
just developed from there, huh?
Yeah.
So why why black and white? I noticed that is your thing. Although I know you do color as well. Yeah. Sometimes it's weird for me to see color pictures of yours because I'm so used to everything being in black and white.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what
like
you lean that way more than anything?
Yeah, for me, black and white is like a good tool to help you focus on what I want you to see. Like sometimes color's a little bit of distracting, but I want you to focus, especially with street photography. I'm trying to catch a moment. I am trying to, like seize that moment. And with black and white, I could like specifically focus on, like people's faces, and things like that. And like color's a great tool too, but like for me, a lot for black and white to help you focus on what I want you to focus instead of like seeing all this awesome color and things like that.
True, yeah. Because I mean, a black and white picture does, if you think about it, it does kind of draw you into what the actual subject matter is,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to how vivid the colors are, or how bright something is, or
Exactly.
whatever. So
Yeah.
it makes
And like, don't get me wrong, color is awesome. I love to shoot in color. But for me, it just kind of depends on the situation. So, an example, like when I went to Cuba or like I go to Mexico, I always shoot in color heavily there because color is important for the environment, like the environment, the aesthetic, and things like that.
definitely,
Hmm.
definitely. So besides the shooting, you said it slowed down. So are you catching up on shots you haven't got to edit yet? Because I know
Yeah,
as a photographer, I know you got a gang of shots you just sitting
yeah.
on.
So just catching up on personal stuff. Like I went to Denver a couple of years ago. I finally finished those photos. I'm organizing all my old files because they're all over the place and
Hmm.
trying to get them nice and concise and just like working on old stuff, seeing how like I shot back then and kind of see how my stuff developed and you know and then go from there, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, that's what's up, man. So shout out to the podcast Up in the Mix.
Up in the
Um,
mix, yeah, like if you guys haven't heard it, Up in the Mix, we're still making a little bit of podcast in this quarantine season.
how's that been going?
It's been good a lot through Zoom and things like that, but it's good to have a break.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure, yeah. I'm already relishing the days when I'm like, oh, cool, I got a break today. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like I didn't have to interview Brandon yesterday, so I was like, oh, cool, I got hella
Yeah.
work done. I just had a full day, but I do love the interviews. But it is cool to get that day in there, if you
No,
can.
yeah, it is good every once in a while. We've been interviewing people from other states. Like we interviewed a homeboy Frank. He's like a visual artist. Excuse me. Uh,
Mm,
Visual artist. He paints. He does dunnies. If you guys are into Kid Robot and stuff like that.
okay.
Homie Grayson used to live here. Now he lives in LA. So we talked to him.
Yeah, yeah.
And then maybe in a week or so, we're gonna talk to my friend Jack Evan Johnson, and he does music, and he lives in Nashville right now. So we're trying to get
Okay.
a little scheme of how people are living in other parts of the United States.
Exactly. Yeah, because that shit is different everywhere, man. I know you're
Yeah,
seeing all the randomness going on in all these other states. What you think about the casinos about to open up? Yeah, I'm hearing the fourth.
yeah. For me, it's a little funky because, like, obviously, well, Jadakiss said this. They're opening the economy because they need money, not because of our safety, you know?
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
and me like having a baby, like I just worry that, because being Nevada, we're in Nevada, heavy tourism, heavy casinos,
Mhm.
a lot of people are going to come in from other
True.
states, and other
True.
states have been kind of lax on stuff. Other states have been like, cheating their numbers and things like that. So like
Hmm.
like I try my best. I know you try your best, but
Yeah.
like this stranger from, like Georgia, like I don't know, like
True.
if they've
Very,
been
very
trying their
true.
best to like clean, their best to like wear a mask and things like that, I'm just worried about, you know, my kid. Because if I didn't have my kid, I'd be, like traveling with these cheap ass plane tickets.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel you on that, man.
No, no, like
Yeah,
for real. Yeah.
it's crazy that, yeah, I mean it's exactly what you just said, what Jadakiss said, man. Like, yeah, they're not opening it up because everything is safe, or they're ready to really
Yeah.
open it up, be prepared. They're opening up because they're getting backlash
Yeah,
from their
exactly.
constituents, their main constituents. You know what I'm saying? They're
Mm-hmm.
getting backlash, so they got to
Cause
open
like,
it up now. You know what I'm saying?
cause like Wu-Tang, cash rules, baby, all day, every
Oh
day.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. I am seeing like they're talking about doing like they're taking out like table games possibly, and spacing like slot machines out, and like they even having like
Yeah, I
temperature
saw like,
scanners. Like,
yeah, I did see like plastic things around like gaming tables and stuff.
mhm.
But like what, like
But that's
what?
gonna be. I mean, that's kind of tough. They're saying like blackjack. It's like four people, and then the dealer's right there, and you just breathing on the dealer.
Yeah,
I think, yeah, the table games might that might be a a casualty of this shit. We might not even have table games no more. I might not even get to play my roulette and shit.
Yeah.
Man.
You're better off gambling with the lottery anyways, you know? Who knows?
Pretty much. Pretty
Yeah.
much. All right, man. So the radio show as well. I mean, besides the podcast, you guys do a radio show. Tell us a little bit about that.
And the radio show and the podcast are different. So what's awesome about the radio show, salute to K-Wink for letting us play pretty much whatever we want, which is like
that's dope.
Which is like the most amazing thing that we don't have, you know, like we don't have to regulate the top 40 things, you know. We could play like brand new stuff. We could play very old stuff. We just have to, you know, edit it a little bit, like no cuss words, no.
Yeah, you still got the FCC show, right?
Yeah.
You still got that.
Yeah, no lewd stuff, you know. So there's some stuff we got to edit out. But like an example, like very first radio show we played Eric B and Rakim, I Ain't No Joke, you know. Like how often is that played on the West Coast, you know?
Not too much, not anymore.
And then and then we found like we play local stuff. Like I got a little homie Chris Maselli. He's coming up and like made a little album, so we played him a couple times. We played you before.
Okay.
And then like these new guys from Pittsburgh, grown folks that no one's even heard of before, we're playing them on a radio show just because like Sean and I, you know, salute to Sean too, like we are hip hop, you know, like hip hop is not, it's not like something, you know, we see on TV and, you know, do things like that. Like it's what made us. It's like it helped us grow up and helped us like know, like it's a culture to us instead of just just what I see on TV, you know.
Yeah, it's life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's something, you know, it's like what KRS said, where it's like rap is something you do, hip hop is something you live.
Exactly. You know, straight up facts right there, you know. It's just like and like hip hop has taught me so many things, you know, just by listening to lyrics, you know, and things like that. You know, it's like the CNN for the hip hop folks, you know.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely. It used to be more of the CNN for the youth. I wish they would kind of get back on that, especially right now, you know, with all the shit going on, man.
Yeah, you know, and like
people saying something more than what they're saying.
Now that hip hop's in the pop culture, you know, like that CNN view of it has kind of drifted away. But back in the day, you know, how we used to dig through records or, you know, CDs. Now we just got to dig through digital files, and like it's the same amount of digging, is the same amount of like looking through stuff, but it's just a little bit different, you know.
Yeah, it is. It's just a different way to go about it now. You're definitely right. The thing that I think the thing I would think would be dope about having your radio show is like you guys can actually be kind of like tastemakers. You know what I'm saying? You guys can break stuff. You guys can debut shit, and you know you're not constrained to anybody telling you, oh, you can only play these 10 songs.
It's crazy because we've played stuff like, say they come out, we play them that week, and we've played them before, like I have Sirius Radio, you know, before I even heard it on the Sirius Radio, you know, before I hear it on any other local radio station, you know, like, and that's what's beautiful. That's what's beautiful of it, you know.
Yeah, you can even brand that shit. You can brand that shit as that. You know what I'm saying? Where you start getting artists to give you records. You know what I'm saying? To break. You know,
like the shout out to Brandon One Shot. He was like, I just made a video. It's not even on Spotify or Apple or anything. And you know, he's like, can you play it over there? You know, and I was like, of course, man. I help you out. You know. So, and he's out there in Vegas right now. He's like California. Came up to Reno, and now he's in Las Vegas. So, but yeah, just about helping people. We're about, you know, like pushing the culture here in Reno about like that only love golden age hip hop, and there's more than that. There is like so much good music. You just have to like dig through the files, those digital files, you know, like it's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's definitely true. That's definitely true, man. So what's next, bro? What do you got on deck? Anything you working on? I mean, you got any ideas? That, you know,
I had some ideas. I had some ideas this year, but obviously stuff got to get pushed back. I had travel plans this year. Like I was gonna go to Singapore to go see a homie out there, you know.
Mhm.
Just stuff pushed here. It's gonna be just focus on, you know, saving up money. It's gonna be focused on, you know, figuring out a bunch of other things until like next year, just because, you know, everything is at a standstill and everything will be at a standstill for a little bit. So it's just right now focusing on me and my family and going from there, you know?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, bro. That is
Yeah.
that's pretty much all we can do right now, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
It's like I can't force the issue, you know, like you just got to be patient right now.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, bro. Well, shit, man. I do not want to keep you too long because we've already done this, but I did
Yeah.
want to get it back archived. So when people be like, man, where's Caesar shit at? I can't even see Caesar shit. Like when I heard
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
I
Some
felt
people hit
bad.
me
I
up
was like,
too.
damn. I was like, damn,
I
man.
was like, yeah, not worried one bit, you know.
So, but thank you for coming back through again, man. I appreciate it. It's like
No,
it's always good to talk to you anyway. So, you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. Thanks for having me. Like, I love the series you're doing. It's awesome, and
thank you.
especially with people with short attention spans, you know, 15 minutes is, you know, pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm trying to get better with my timing because I've been going long recently. So, like, I've been trying to like, okay, I gotta buckle down on my timing. So, you know, because I don't
Yeah,
want them to be like, I lure you in with 15 minutes and then it's an hour and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I want to do that.
but but if it's good content, you know, like who gives a
That's
fuck?
true. Yeah, it's hard to cut the homie off or something when they're talking about some good shit, So, I kind of let it go,
I
but
know. No, same thing on the podcast. Like we only think we're gonna do like half an hour to an hour, and sometimes it's like closer to 2 hours because the conversation is so good. Stop, you know.
yeah, yeah, for sure, man.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, bro. Well, all right, man. I'm gonna sign off right now, but thank you once
Mm.
again, and man,
Thank you.
keep in touch, bro. Let's if there's something
Yeah,
creative you want to do right now, you know the number. I think I'm about to start opening
always,
up the lab a
always.
little
Like
bit.
remember,
So
because remember we talked about before that. So just let me know, and we will like I said, we already talked about doing photos and music together, pairing things up. You know, so
there it
don't
is.
want to give too much
There it
out
is.
there to the to the people, but
Exactly.
it will.
We got to keep
Yeah, because you know, bad boys move in silence and violence, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. All right, bro, man. It's
All
good to
right.
see you. And like I said, I'll be in touch.
Yeah, if you want to talk more, we could talk afterwards because I still, you know, I got my beer.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Let me make sure I actually save this motherfucker this time, and then yeah, I'll hop back on with you.
All right, sounds good. All right.
All right, bro. Peace.
Salute.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight to a re-episode of sorts. It's a new one, but a old one. Some of you guys haven't seen it, but I will be uploading this right now. You can catch this interview, and then I'm gonna hop off, make sure I got everything right, and then I'll hop back on. So I will see you guys
All right.
mañana, or I'll see you guys in a minute. But tomorrow's interview is at noon. It's with one of the OGs of Reno, Dialect HD, my big bro. This is gonna be a good one, so you might want to tune into it. So, all right,
All right. See
see
you in a
y'all in a
second.
minute.
All right. Bye.